it's me, Boyku again. Now, this time, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be showing you something that we went over briefly before, which is if statements. Now, I'm not sure if you understood how I explained it, but I didn't have much time, and I was just showing you within a function. So that's what we're gonna do again. Is we're gonna do it within a function, but since we've already explained functions, we're gonna explain. Oh, math is the name of a function, so we're gonna change it to math. We're going to do the same variable that we used before, which is num1, num2 with a math function. So now what we're going to do is different, is we're going to use an if statement. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say if num1 plus num2 is equal to 50, then print you got a lot of money. Monai. Now, let me close this real quick. There we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pass in numbers. We're not going to make it equal 50. So what this if statement does is it basically does if so, and so, and so. Or if so is so. It doesn't really matter the way, but what this does is if num1 plus num2 is equal to 50, it'll do this. You have a lot of money. If it isn't equal to 50, it'll just ignore the statement. So let me show you this in action really fast before we move on, and I'll show you it in the actual area. Print math. Oh nope, we don't want to do that. We want to call the function because it's already printing. Oh, math 25 26. Now this will not print this because it is not equal to 50. It is equal to 51. See that, how it did not print it? So let's just make this equal to 50 so we can see the if statement work. See? If so and so do so. Now you're like, how would I use this in scripting? Like, you're just showing me a number of bases on how to use it. Well, I'll show you how to do that right now. Let's say you're making a group only script, and you want a certain group to get access to, let's say, let's say whenever you're once. Can I even do? Am I in a group I can test right now? Yes, I am. Let's do unstable. Let's say if someone is unstable, let me get the group ID really fast. I'm gonna put it right here. If someone joins and they're unstable, then I want it to do so and so. So let's do function. We're just gonna call this join just to make it smaller than before. We're gonna call this PLR, which is another term for player. It's just shorter. You can, like I said, this is a variable. You can literally name this anything and reference it. But it's easier to keep it simple and sweet. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a player added function right here. So whenever someone joins, it'll connect joined. Now, I'm gonna make sure I have the unstable, whatchamacallit, ID correct. I don't want to mess this up. Yep, I have the ID correct. So now, if someone joins, what we're going to do is we're going to do if player get rank in group is greater than or equal to. Actually, let's just say player is in group. Like, we don't even need. I think it's is in group. Then print he's in. Oh, you can't do that. He's in unstable. Now, I think it is in group. So we're going to be testing this out by just joining. Yep. So now, let's say we're gonna add a else here. So what an else does is if it's not in the if statement, if the if statement is not true, because it's true because I am unstable, it will print he's not unstable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna press start and test this out. I have no idea if it's gonna show. If not, I'm gonna have to I'm gonna change the window capture. Yep, it didn't show. I'm gonna change the window capture to the server. Now this is the server. He's not unstable times 2 because the test players are not unstable. That's how you'd use that's how you'd use this in an actual scripting, like in an actual way to be scripting, is you'd use it in like a group only area. Let's say we wanted to make like a group only door. You touch this and you get, if you're not in the group, then you'll die. Or the most popular way to do it is just load the character now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a part. Boom, boom. Let's make this colored red because unstable is red, you know. We're gonna make the transparency 0.5. We're gonna make it can collide. Whoa. My bad. And the now what this does, can collide, is if it can collide, it sounds like it is as it sounds. Can it collide? If it can collide, then you can't walk through it. If it cannot collide, which means false, you can walk through it. So let me add a spawn to make this easier so we don't have to walk through every time. Now, remember what I said about touched? You always want to make sure that script is inside the part. It makes it so much easier. So what we're going to do is we're going to create the function touch, then so let's make the function touch, then hit. Hit is the most popular thing to use because you're technically you're getting a hit. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. Like let's say you run into something, you got hit, or you hit that. So that's why it's most commonly referenced as hit. That's why you'll see that in a lot of touch scripts. So now what we're gonna do is make sure there's a humanoid. Remember how we did that last time? If hit.parent. Last time we used touch.parent, but this variable can be anything. So you want to do is you want to get the parent of whatever is touching. If parent, then we're going to do find first child humanoid. Then now if it finds the first child of humanoid, then it'll run this part of the code. Now what do we want it to run? It's actually really simple. Remember how we use the is in group? Remember how we use the is in group? We're going to use that same thing. But how do we do this? Because we don't have the player anymore. Now, this is where everything gets a little bit tricky, but it's not that hard. Don't worry. What we're going to do is we're going to do local player equals game.players get player from character, and then we're going to do hit.parent. So now let me explain what this does. So what it does is it references game.players, and then it uses the built-in function get player from character, which it sounds exactly how it sounds. It's getting the player from the character, and the character is, let me go in game and show you really fast. The character is this right here. This is your character. Now you're probably like, oh, how does it get this? That's because if you do, let's see, print game.players .boyku.character get full name, I think that's it. See, it's workspace.boyku. Get full name is just like the path. So I got the full name, and the full name of my character is workspace.blake or boyku. So that's the character. So So whenever the character is touching, which is the hit.parent, it'll get the player from the character, and then what we want to do is if player is in group, then do nothing basically. So we're going to print can pass, else player load character. So let's do this. Oh, I forgot to connect it when it is touched. Oops. Now, do not forget this because this will be awkward. So we're gonna do script.parent.touched connect touch. Just don't forget to connect your functions. Okay, I can pass because I'm unstable. Now, if you don't want to spam so hard, you can add a debounce, and I'm going to be teaching that later because it'll probably be a bit confusing now. So, this is basically how you make a group only door. It's just really simple. After you learn like the basics, you can do it yourself. So let's say I'm not going to actually go into a service. I'm just going to change the ID to like a random group I'm definitely not in. We're going to watch it load my character. See that? How my character is loaded whenever I touched it? This means I'm allowed to touch this door. That is the basic way to make a group only door. Now if you wanted to make this like team only, then I can show that as well. But it's basically like the same, just if something is equal to something. Now I'll give you a hint. I'm gonna give you guys something to do. I want you to make a team only script for me and post it in my comments below. Now I'm gonna teach you how to get the team of a player. Now if you click here and you scroll down, you'll see how the team, there is no team right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out here. Now to add teams into fresh places, a lot of people get confused by this, but it's actually really easy. Click right here at model, and then go to service, and double click teams. And then you have teams right here. Now what you want to do is you can add a team. Let's just add this team. Call it unstable. Unstable's red. Now let me press play, and then what you'll see is a object value in my player. And this object value is pointing to the team unstable. So can someone tell me what that means? And that means there's an object value. You can reference that object value, and then if you reference the object value, like, let me just reference it in this script really fast. Print, because this is a player added. So what we can do is I'm going to reference it. Print player.team, and now it'll print the object value to the team. So unstable. And now let's say we want to reference that team or change that team. We'll do player.team equal game dot, oh nope, we can't do that in there. We can't do it in a print. Player.team equals game.teams. Let me add another team here called hostiles. Let's just keep that way. Player.game.teams.hostiles. So now no matter what, I'll be on hostiles. That's how you change the team. So how would you use it in an if statement to figure out if a player is on a team? That's what I want you all to figure out. Thank you for watching. Hope y'all stay tuned.